In this lesson, you're going to learn how to sign she burp and she burp. So the question, the statement, let's get started with the statement. Here's what it looks like. All right, let's break it into parts. It's a personal pronoun. What do we know about all of the hand shapes for personal pronouns in American Sign Language? We're going to be doing a lot of pointing, so we're going to use the pointer finger. Right, let me repeat. All of the hand shapes for personal pronouns are the index finger, the pointer finger. I, he, she, they, stuff like that. Here we have she, okay? So we're going to use a pointer finger. So let's pretend it's Sally and she's over there. We would just take that finger and point at her. She. If it's Margaret, she's over there. She. Okay? If it's Hector, if it's Henry, we're still going to use that index finger and point. Because he, she, it, that individual, that person, it's all the same sign. It's gender neutral. Now, what do I mean by gender neutral? Well, if you've ever studied a Romance language like Spanish, there's often a feminine form and a masculine form. In American Sign Language, there is a pointer form, and it works for everything. He, she, it, that person, that individual. The main thing is that it's a single person. Okay. So for she, wherever the person is, she, he, the single individual, just point one time. Now you're thinking, that's great when they're present, but what happens they're not here, but we're talking about them? Okay, so let's say we're talking about Mary, but she's not here. What you're going to do is make the same sign, but just off to the side. The idea, the concept where, she's in our conversation, but she's not physically here. To help you out, just pretend that there's an imaginary Mary right over here, and you're pointing at her. She. If she's not here, you can do it over here as well. She. Just be consistent when you're signing. She. If she walks in the door, problem solved. She. Point at her. Okay. Let's move to burp. Here is the sign for burp. Okay, use your dominant hand. I'm right-handed. So first we're going to do is make the letter O. How do we make the letter O? Well, go like this, fingers together. Put all of the tips of the fingers together with the tip of the thumb. Now squish it down. We call it a squished O, right? We have all those tips together. Put it right here so the tips are pointing straight up. And now just do a small eruption. Because a burp is an eruption of air, right? At the same time, you notice that my mouth is kind of pretending, making the motion that a burp would make. You don't have to do the facial expression. It's just that in American Sign Language, it's so common to do facial expressions. So I just do it. It really helps to convey the message. All right, add in a facial expression. Okay, so burp from the front, from the side, burp. From the other side, from the front again. All right, starting from the rest position, sign with me. Let's do burp 3 times. Burp. Okay, quick review. Before we get to the review, I do know a variation of this sign. All right, the motion is the same, but the hand shape is a little bit different. It's going to start down here and use the index finger. So burp, burp. All right. So to be consistent in this course throughout, when you see me signing burp, I'm going to use all of the fingers. All right, like a little eruption down there. Okay. So review of the hand shape. Make an O, squish it down. We have the tips. Put them here, pointing straight up, and now just a little eruption. At the same time, open up your mouth like you're burping. Okay, we just talked about the sign for burp. And now we know all the signs for the complete sentence. So let's sign she burp, and it's the statement. Okay, here we go. All right, a little bit more information. Let's pretend it is Sally and she's over there. So let's sign she burp. Let's say it's Margaret, but she's not present. She's not here. How do we sign she? Do you remember? Well, just do it off to the side. She. Like there's an imaginary Margaret right there, and we just point at her. She burp. All right, let's go to the question. Aha, we need to change our facial expression to communicate that it's a question. So when you're signing it, or make sure at the end, eyebrows up, leaning forward like you're peeking over the fence there. What's happening? All right, so let's use Maria, and Maria is over there, and we're asking, she burp? Here we go. All right, again. All right, let's do it 2 times. Sign with me. Here we go. Let's do Maria, and she's over there. Okay, let's get back to the statement. How do we do it? How about it's Sally, she's over here. Back to the question. Sally again over there. Okay, good, good. In this lesson, we talked about how to sign she burp and she burp. Okay, wonderful.